All right, guys, I am looking at the data for May of 2026, and here's what I can tell you. The headlines, again, just don't believe them, because from what I see on the ground and from what I see when I go and deep dive this information, the market is going in the right direction. The median home price came back in May at 1.037, and that's up 3%. Well, 2.7% from last year. It was just 1.01. And that means that we are back to the highest we've seen in May. I think the only other one was when I looked at last year, June, we actually came in at 1.079. That was the highest we saw since 2022, which was just about 1.025. Now, obviously, we are not seeing the huge gains that were had during the crazy COVID years and everyone was working from home and deciding that they hated their home and interest rates were 3%, so they were moving. But the market is solid. What I will tell you is that when I look at the amount of properties being sold and the amount of properties being closed, we are still nowhere near where we ever used to be. Looking at the data, I think it was 582 properties closed in May in Seattle. I'm not talking about the east side. And that is up from 542 from last year. But in 2024, it was 674 properties. And the height in 2022, there was almost 1,000 properties that switched hands in May of 2022. That was unheard of. That was, very heightened year, but getting back into normal is around in the 700 home range of what should be moving from hand to hand. And we're nowhere near that. And there's a few reasons for that. Interest rates are still, we ended the month at about 6.5%. We were tracking down, we're now going back up. That is causing a lot of people to sit out from purchasing because it's absolutely unaffordable for a first-time home buyer. It's also preventing people who have bought homes and are sitting at 3% and they don't want to give up that interest rate. And even though their home may no longer be really working for them, they're making do or they're expanding. So we're seeing a lot of folks make their current home work for their current needs. There's a lot more going on in the market. I'll be sharing just little tidbits across the month of June, but it'll be interesting to see how we shake out in July to see what the numbers were in June. Let me know if you have any questions.